Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I'd like to show you my new soundbar setup from Grundig. And this is a small piece of equipment. As you can see, this is a 65-inch Philips TV, and this is my 120 watt RMS with two subwoofers in it. New soundbar. I got rid of my old soundbar setup with subwoofer and soundbar. It was 300 watts and it was more powerful than this, but my kid is playing around too much and I don't want subwoofer to be poked around, and it's also getting dust in my space because I have some cables to get rid of still from my projector. So let's just tell this is an easy way to create setup for your computer, for desktop PC, and set up for a guy like me or people like you. If you have kids and poking stereo speakers, you can get rid of that speakers for a while, at least until they grow, like me, because I have a couple of other professional audio solutions, but yet I am using a soundbar now. So this is a decent soundbar with two subwoofers from Grundig. It's a labeled item. Grundig is not producing them, but like Philips also, they are not producing their TVs. So it's not a uncommon issue like the probably we are buying iPhones from China, but we don't know, but they are designed in California, right? So the labeling is not an issue for me, and I don't care. In this part of the video, I'd like to take a good look at the Grundig's soundbar box, because it has a lot of flaws and problems, and it can create problems because we have these things. These are not protections, just for small scratches maybe, and also around the corners, these also not protective at all. This is only side of the soundbar. At the end, like you see here, just the edge, this has one piece over there and the second piece over there. So between two edges you don't have any protection at all, and this carton box is quite thin and also had a hit over here. So let's just take a look. I'll take the box and show you the inside if possible, if the light comes in. This is a quite thin box, as you can see, so it's not going to protect the soundbar at all. I believe that Grundig made a mistake choosing this type of small or thin, maybe it's 100% naturally remadeable, recyclable, but I don't think it can protect this kind of device, because this soundbar is fully meshed. So if you hit it, mesh will be bent, or you got like scratches, and definitely bending will easily happen in the fully mesh soundbar. So it's probably the wrong idea to put it just with the side protectors and between two positions. And there are a lot of people in the Turkey forums, they talk about their product came with some sort of hit and the marks around the mesh, but they liked the sound quality and most of them didn't return the items because of the price was good. So what do we have in the box? Screws for the wall mount, 3.5mm jack. This is the optical cable input protection, and batteries for the remote. Also metal plates for mounting it on a wall or under the TV, or maybe under the TV unit. Remote control, which is quite similar to the Samsung or LG default models, and there are a lot of Bluetooth speakers out there, so this is a generic remote. And one good quality looking, a little bit of thick optical cable, and then also the user's guide, and it's quite big. So GSB910S is my model. So this is the box content. What about the back of the soundbar? As we look, we have power input, which is quite deep if you ask me. Look at my finger, it goes all the way deep. So it's little longer cable on the top, but regular cables will probably reach, unless if they're straight. Otherwise, if you have a 90-degree power cable, it won't. Just stick with the original cables. Optical input, USB output, but it doesn't says how much power output it can give it to you. AUX, and also the HDMI in as usual. So here we have the specs. I will be rotating this video later, 180 degrees, so you can have clear idea about the specs. And also at the bottom we have good silicone legs. They are kind of quite big, and to handle the soundbar in both sides, one in this corner, the other one at the other edge. That's about it. The audio test will be from 1.5 meters because I want to make sure that you at least going to be 1.5 meters away from your TV while watching. This is a 65-inch TV. At least you should be 2 and 2.5 meters away from it if you want to see the screen bigger. But I'm sitting around 3.5 meters. So it's not ideal setup for 1.5 meters, but it is at least a distance that you should have. And I will put a lavalier condenser microphone and tested a soundbar like that with different levels. Let's just take a closer look at the soundbar and how its quality. And as you can see, I will walk around. This is a soundbar fully meshed around a piano black, but I didn't take the stickers yet. And in the middle we see Grundig logo, and you see also the mesh, some reflections around the room. And here we have the connections and power button, volume up and down, and Bluetooth, optical, ARC, and USB. As you can see, the connections. So we don't have a screen. Let's just open it. Yeah. By the way, you're seeing the remote. Yeah, let's just get away with it. It opened. So it's not perfectly matching remote, if you ask me. So we don't see the volume level. That's one of the issues. We just barely see the input, but it's changing quite fast, so it's not going to be a problem. And it looks in under the 65-inch TV just like this. From now on, we are going to go to the test stage. We have 2 subwoofers around, one of each side, and also treble for thinner sounds on the front. But I am quite happy with the sound. Let's see what you think about it. But before you do, before you make any kind of decision about the sound, don't forget to put your earbuds or your headphones, because I'm going to be putting a lavalier microphone to test it in a distance. And to hear the bass sound, you definitely use your headphone or earphone. No smartphone speaker or TV speaker, unless you have OLED or extreme sound setup TVs, you don't get that bass audio and how it comes. And we're going to be putting the sound up and down to see how it goes. I hope this video helps. It's difficult to reproduce the same quality that our ears hear. But I think in my general conclusion, I can tell you by now, it is a decent soundbar for under $100, and it has good bass, and it is the best choice maybe for PC computer users instead of a Logitech kind of PC speaker. And also it's probably a good solution if you can't open up the volume like me in the home because of the neighbors and your kids. And it's also a good solution because it has full mesh up top, so your child cannot poke them around, because some sound bars or speakers have front grills of cotton, and they have just a layer of cotton, and you can poke them in. They can hurt them. So for the kids, metal soundbar is a good solution. The downsides: no screen, no sound level, and a little bit of difficult remote, but those things can be avoidable. The optic input, it is a good thing, and ARC, it's a good thing, and also the 3.5 standard jack, and also Bluetooth 5 is a good thing to have. I think it's overall enough product for the price, and let's see what you think and judge it by the price. And don't forget to put your earbuds or your headphones, and let's just dive to the audio quality.